I love scaring the guests with the claps. You had no idea what's going on.
That's the only part of it that I like. I don't like that we clap, but I do like that the guests are uncomfortable with it.
I love that part. I also think we should get a clap on light and not tell Hannah. For next time. just strobe light, you know?
Yeah, and that way, if you tell a good knee slapper, there's like a visual component
Nice,
too.
dude.
Yeah,
Real good.
Pretty good. Carter Deems is here.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh yeah. That's gonna happen a lot.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we also shake hands a lot. There's a good joke. We just like to seal a deal and be like, very good, dude.
We like to make it like golf. Like it's very gentlemanly.
Yeah.
And you can clap but not too loud, and you can touch but not too much. Just like golf.
If I'm touching you too much, just let me know.
Okay.
Yeah. Seth will wave at us if we're touching too much.
Has it started? Has the podcast started?
No, this is just our little warm up exercise we like to do.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have control over that?
Yeah, I think you do. We restart every time you clap.
Oh, okay.
We like to let the guests lead. What do you want to talk about? Carter Deems here. One of our favorite guests that we had on our previous podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Hannah, not here, RIP. She's alive.
She's alive.
You know, I hope she's resting peacefully in LA this week.
She's in LA. I hope she's not going the way of the Jonathan. You know? Just kidding. No, he's doing great. But I mean,
Jonathan's fine too.
I hope Hannah comes back soon is what I'm getting at.
Gotcha. Yeah, she said she plans to.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So,
But for now, it's Carter time, baby.
It's just me.
Yeah. Carter is one of my favorite Atlanta stand-up comedians and also a professional battle rapper.
And just like a good guy, you know?
Yeah. Very handsome,
Right?
very
Oh, thank you.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it all. Full
I have a
package.
gentle spirit,
Yep.
but also I'll body bag you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Which I learned is a battle rap term.
That's a battle rap term for your audience. I don't just murder. It's not like a murder thing. I did a church show and I threatened to body bag the pastor, and people got alarmed. Like for real, they were kind of upset about it. And then I had to clarify that I meant murder him lyrically.
Yeah. And then they were fine with it.
And they were cool.
They're
Yeah.
like, oh, cool. We just
Yeah.
didn't get the vernacular.
I mean, they still didn't like my comedy, but they just didn't
Less
think that
threatened by it now?
Yeah, they just didn't think it was a crime. Yeah.
Do you do churches a lot?
I do quite a few church shows. Yeah. And Andrew and I have a show. We're doing my Christian high school show.
Really?
Yeah, coming up.
When is
What's our date on that? It's next month.
Next month, December 19th at Excel Christian Academy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Come through, Cartersville folks.
Yeah.
Cartersville, Georgia?
Cartersville, Georgia.
or
That's
surrounding area.
where I'm from. Yeah.
Man, did that give you a big head being from Cartersville?
Carter.
No, it was the worst, honestly. People were
so
just
many
like,
jokes.
"Are you the mayor?
Yeah.
Is a town named after you?"
So it's like every time I walk into an Aaron Rent Center, it's pure hell. You know?
Do you rent a lot of
All the time.
TVs?
And I make sure to wear things that say my name on it so that they joke.
He wears a name tag. People are always asking me to steam their carpets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stanley.
It's just
Yeah.
like exhausting.
Pretty good.
I knew a guy that was in my Sunday school class, like single Sunday school class, when early 20s, and he got the teacher a TV and for Christmas, and it turned out it was from Aaron's Rent-A-Center, and they came back and repoed it like 3 weeks later.
Really?
Yeah.
From the person that it was
From the
given to?
person that he gave it to.
How did they even
Did
find
he
that?
disclose that?
They're pretty good at their job if they're able to track gifts.
They were able to track it down. Yeah. Well, he put that guy's address and name on the.
Oh, that's so good.
Anyway, sorry, that was a deviation. Just
It was.
Aaron's Rent-A-Center.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whenever
Cartersville.
Rent-A-Center comes up, that's
y'all show. Are y'all
the story.
doing just co-headlining? You both doing like 40 minutes? What are we doing?
I've not been told much about it. I just said yes.
I was planning on doing 5 minutes, honestly, and you're going to do like an hour.
When Carter and I were talking last night about doing this, he was like, "Yeah, dude, that's the worst." And I was like, "I know. Performing in front of people that know you from the past is the worst." Because you want a blank slate. You want to get up there and be like, "Let me tell you the stuff I want you to know about me," and then kind of go off of that. But when they already know too much, it's like you're just thinking about that the whole time.
Right. Is it for the students? Or is it like a fundraiser for anybody related to the school? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's actually my sister is the athletic director there. So it's for the athletic program. Yeah.
Okay.
But I do feel weird doing, like, I want my friends and family to still respect me, you know? And I feel like after my comedy set, that goes down a little bit. But yeah, it should be a good time. So come out, Cartersville folks.
Carter is very good at comedy, but we did what was the show we did where the
There's a
little boy yelled at you?
Right.
Well, no. Well, I got to see a bad situation happen too, Carter. I don't remember where we were. We were at high school, and it was students and adults.
Was it a show or are you just at
I
high
don't
school?
remember what this was for.
Just hanging out. I was not.
You're just at a high school.
We were hired to
Looking for
perform at
friends.
this high school auditorium for a fundraiser or something. And do you remember what I'm talking about? What did the little boy
I
yell
honestly
at you?
tried to forget this.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, we were doing a show, and it was for a PTA meeting, which is just the perfect place to do comedy. You know, is right after they'd been talking about like carpool lanes and curriculum and stuff, and we had to go up and do comedy.
Shouldn't be allowed.
Which book shouldn't be allowed?
Of course.
Yeah, and they're like, "All right, now listen to this guy do jokes about polar bears or whatever I was doing," and like I started getting heckled by a 9-year-old kid, and I did my joke. It was not going great, and he just yelled. And he's like, "Why are you sweating so much?"
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, not the best.
So did you just go in on him, destroy him?
No,
Body bag him?
I broke down. I was like, I was just like, "This is the best time of your life, man. This is what you're going to become." And I was just like,
That's good.
Yeah.
Really destroy his brain.
really
Yeah,
destroyed
yeah, yeah.
him. But I was being very honest, like just talking about how much money I owed FAFSA, and I just kind of.
And the kid's mom's sitting right next to him, just not stopping him from yelling at you.
No, she was encouraging him. She was like, "This man needs this."
And he kept going. Did he stay on the sweaty thing, or was he just?
He moved on to kind of like ugly. He said ugly at one point.
I think he was asking, like, he was like just talking loudly to his mom. He was just like, "Why is he sweating so much?" Like, it made it worse because it wasn't even directed at you.
Yeah,
So you had to decide if you were going to acknowledge
you,
that you
dude.
heard it. Like,
Yeah. At one point, he really did say this. He really did say this. He's like, "He's not funny," and just way louder than my jokes were, and everybody heard it, and everybody laughed at that way more than I had been getting for any of my jokes. So.
What Carter doesn't know is that that's the little boy that I actually hired to come to my shows and make the opening acts feel like they're doing less of a good job so that I will
Yeah.
seem better.
And you shine.
Yeah.
Absolutely shine.
Is he going to be at Excel Christian
Yeah, I'm bringing him.
Academy? Okay, you're bringing him to
I-
Cartersville.
I got him. I told him to wear different outfits so you might not recognize him.
Okay.
But I know you see him in your dreams all the time.
Yeah. The thing is I was sweating a lot.
Yeah.
It was a bad situation. It was like a 20% full 500 seat high school auditorium. Everybody's spread out. There's like a kid running up and down the halls, like the aisle. It's just not a good situation
Yeah,
for
it's not
stand-up.
good at all.
But Carter and I do really good shows, fun shows all the time too.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
It's mostly not like that.
I've never had a bad time. Never seen that. Never seen a mean 8-year-old at your shows.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a one of one
Thank you
experience.
so much. But Carter has an amazing comedy and rap resume. Wild and Out alumnus.
I was on Wild 'N Out, yeah.
For a long time.
For a long time.
How many years?
For 3 seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
that long. But I wonder if that 9-year-old would have respected me more if he knew I was on. I doubt it.
He's probably a huge Wild and Out fan.
Huge Wild 'N Out
Yeah.
fan. Yeah, no, I did Wild 'N Out, and it came up through like the battle rap world.
I love that.
Yeah.
Just being able to say that sentence is so cool.
For people at home, I'm sure they all are very familiar with how battle rap works and what it is and its merit.
Yeah, golf
But-
podcast audiences.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a Venn
Venn
diagram.
And we're going to get to golf because Carter is a golfer as well. But what should people know? What's your pitch to people for becoming battle rap fans?
It's kind of like if you just like really angry man poetry. Although it's not just
do
men.
like that.
That's kind of sexist. It's not just men about, but it is very
Body
aggressive.
bag some women as well.
Yeah, it's just like iambic pentameter about hurting people. That's not a good pitch.
It's not, it isn't really.
It is very violent, right? Like it's-
Yeah, I'm not violent. I usually try to use the battle to make the person my friend, you know, or like,
It's great. Yep.
yeah. But yeah, it's, you know, if you enjoy wordplay and lyrical combat, that is the worst. Lyrical combat is so dorky.
I mean, I get it. That's what it
pretty
is.
nerdy, yeah.
You know, it's witty, just like stand-up's witty, but now it's directed at a person and used as a clever weapon.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
You get it.
How does one get into it? Like, what is the scene like? Is it just, you know, tiny little situations at coffee shops, and you graduate, you get invited to play bigger battles? I don't know how it works. I've seen 8 Mile and I've seen Wild 'N Out, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, it's pretty much like comedy scene, or like what you said. You start out kind of, so there's leagues, but it's like kind of like baseball where there's the, you know, rookie ball and then single A, double A. Same with like the leagues. There's leagues all throughout the the country. And there's, I think, worldwide, there's like 700 battle rap leagues. They have like battle rap in, you know, Estonia and like Philippines. And so it's all over the world. But yeah, it's kind of like comedy. You just start out doing it. You know, my first rap battle was at a bar called Run Around Sue's in Marietta, Georgia, for about 8 people.
Cool.
And I got body bagged by a man named Baki Balboa.
Solid.
He brought up my sister and I just didn't recover.
Yeah.
All right. So do you get paired up so you can research this person?
Yeah. So, you know, your opponent in the modern day, I guess battle rap used to just be off the top and you just battle whoever, like in the parking lot of Kroger or whatever. But like, now it's like, you know, your opponent. So if we were battling, I would just be researching you for 3 months.
Yeah.
And trying to find out just all the information I could about you.
Cool.
It's terrifying to think of somebody having that much time to look into me.
Yeah. What are you hiding?
They can just scroll back, see all my old tweets.
Especially for people who are chronically online. Like there's just a lot of material.
Yeah, there's a lot. And I don't know if, I mean, this is, I don't know if your viewers will like this story, but, and I may have told this on the other podcast, but there was a battle rapper named Caustic, and he was battling a guy named Jefferson Price. And I know Caustic, and he found out that Jefferson was cheating on his wife.
No.
Yeah. And had a whole round about it.
And I'm assuming that was not out yet.
It was not out. He found out like somebody that didn't like Jefferson told Caustic and he knew. And he wrote an entire round like outing this guy, you know, for cheating on his wife. But Jefferson Price found out the night before the battle that this guy's got a whole round, and he was like, "Hey, can you not do it?" And the guy Caustic was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it. You know, now that you say that, I shouldn't do it." And then when the battle came, he's like, "I was just joking. I am gonna do it."
Man.
And he like looks at him right before the round. And he's like, "Sorry about this," and then just exposes him. And I think he ended up getting a divorce, is what I heard.
Yeah.
And then just kind of disappeared off social media. But yeah, so anybody that wants to try battle rap, you should.
Yeah, just don't be cheating on your wife.
Don't have big secrets.
Yeah, don't have big
Yeah,
secrets.
if you need a reason to not cheat on your wife, it's battle. You can start battle rapping
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have you ever broken someone like that before? Or gotten close?
I don't like to get personal. I usually just do silly puns, you know.
Yeah.
About the person or their name or whatever. But yeah, I've never outed anyone or tried to be mean. I think, and no one's ever really been too mean to me. I'm kind of gentle, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing
Gentle spirit.
there wasn't an arrow that just got past your arm or pierced that little heart of yours.
Someone said, brought up that I fell out of law school,
Okay.
which I didn't. I graduated from law school, and it didn't make me mad, except for like I still owed $100,000 at that point for going to law school. And so I went up to him later. I was like, "Hey, after the battle, I was like, I graduated from law school and I have the student loans to prove it, just to let you know, like, just to let you know I'm in crippling debt."
Don't besmirch my education.
Yeah.
You know?
That would hurt me the most is just slightly inaccurate facts.
Yeah,
You know, like instead of just silly, something hurtful, talk about, you lost your hair. Okay, fine. But if someone like,
It's not even true. You can't just do that in a battle rap. He actually got that wrong. It sounds like battle rappers would make great private investigators.
yeah,
They're just like they're basically doing the exact same job just for different reasons. So that could be a good like dual career for the battle rappers. It's just
yeah,
like,
that's true. But their
find out
report
who's
just
cheating on
rhymes, so they give to like the wife or whatever.
It always
all
rhymes.
rhymes. Yeah.
You got to pay extra if you want it to rhyme, ma'am.
I think we got the story a little bit on the last pod, but it's been a few years and I don't fully remember. And I'm curious yet again, the Wild and Out process. Do they scout you? I'm assuming they have talent scouts at some of these battles. They like invite you to try out. What's the tryout look like?
Yeah. So when I got on it, I'd been battle rapping for about 10 years already. Just kind of in the trenches.
Yeah.
And so I knew a few people that were battle rappers that were already on the show.
By the way, was your rap name just your name, or was it something?
Everybody
Yeah.
else has crazy ones.
Everybody has great names. I battled a guy named Thesaurus, which is a good name.
Solid.
That's a pretty good name. My name's Carter Deems. That's my battle rap
Sick.
name.
All right, cool. Just checking.
Yeah. Sometimes I go by Carter Daniel Deems, which is my middle name.
Yeah. That's if
Not
you're
even
getting
joking.
serious.
Yeah. I just couldn't come up with a good name.
Yeah.
I think we talked about last time I had some like Christian battle rapper names that I tried out.
What were they again?
Like Lil Jon 316.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lil Nas Exodus 413.
Wow.
Nice.
Apostle Paul wall.
Weren't you at one point? You said you were going to do William Defoe.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I just go by my name. But yeah, the Wild Knot process, I don't think I was scouted really. Actually, like I just saw Nick Cannon posted on his Twitter that they had open tryouts, and I just saw an email address and sent in my videos.
Yeah.
And got an email back that was like, "Hey, can you be in Atlanta tomorrow?" So yeah.
And is that the? It's kind of the big leagues, right? Like you, as a battle rapper, you're watching that. It's one of the only things that are promoting battle rap at that level, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Like with stand-up comedy, I mean, stand-up's everywhere. You know, it's Netflix. That's kind of got, I guess, the goal. But yeah, with battle rap, there's not a lot of opportunities mainstream wise. So yeah, that's pretty much, I guess, as high as you can go. Yeah.
That's awesome. A lot of the folks on Wild Knot are also stand-ups, right?
Yeah, I got stand-ups, battle rappers, got some musical people on there, some TikTokers. Yeah.
And then the audition process. So is that several rounds? Do they make you improv battle raps? Like what all did you have to do?
Yeah, so it started. So it was at a hotel downtown, and we're in the ballroom, and there's like 20 of us, and they take us into a side room, and then one by one we get called into the ballroom, and you go in there, and it's just Nick Cannon at a table with like 20 people surrounding him, but he's right in the middle, and basically
like the Last Supper vibe.
Yeah, like the Last Supper, basically. Kind of, yeah, and they're just like make us laugh. And I just went in, I did some of my stand up.
And how'd that do?
He was laughing. Not most other people weren't. Yeah.
Do you remember like the joke that got him? Not to make you burn your stand up on the pod, but
yeah. So anyway, thank you. No, I'm just going to my any married couples.
What do you guys do for work?
Yeah, that'd be crazy if you just did all crowd work. Yeah.
You just
Anybody got kids? Yeah.
What do you do?
Any parents in the crowd? Yeah, but that was basically it. So you go out there one by one, and they're like, make us laugh, and you have, I think, 4 minutes. So I did 4 minutes of my stand up, and then after everybody's done that, they bring you all back in, and then Nick Cannon came out with a microphone, and they turned on a beat. He's like, all right, battle, and whoever grabs the microphone first, you just battle each other like in a circle of 20 people.
Yeah.
And that's when it got really, really competitive. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Were you one of the first ones to grab it?
Yeah, it was just me and this other guy were the only two battle rappers. Everybody else were just comedians and stuff. So we just kind of went at it. Just turned into me and him.
Everybody else hesitated.
Yeah, which was weird because there was a guy named Vesh, and we had battled each other 9 years before. Yeah, so it just was like a rematch. But yeah, it was cool, and ended up making it onto the show. But I never felt less funny than when I was on that show because everybody on there is so funny and so quick. I'm not really good at roasting, and they were just like roasting me. Even when I'm walking to like my car in the parking lot, they just kept roasting me. Just like, but it was a great experience. Yeah, it was amazing.
And you're pretty much, when you're on the cast, you're like one of the only white guys, right? Is it how many white guys at a time were on that show?
There were a few. Sharon is another battle rapper. He was also on the show. Yep, that was him.
Yeah, there's a few. Me and one other guy.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching and or listening to the St. Andre podcast. This episode is brought to you by 4 Wellness. 4 Wellness makes delicious, good-for-you products, my favorite of which right now is the Recovery Gummies. I'm not kidding when I say I pop these bad boys all the time. I get so excited, I just swallow them like a pill. I'm just kidding. I eat them like a normal boy. There's a ton of good stuff in these guys. There's electrolytes to aid hydration. You got glucose for rapid energy. All natural, vegan, preservative-free, gluten-free, non-GMO. Only the good stuff in here, all right? If you want to try out some recovery gummies, get that recovery boost after a workout, go to 4wellness.com, use our code Andre, ANDRE, for 25% off your entire order. Thanks.
Carter, what's your relationship to golf?
I've been playing since I was like, I've been playing golf since I was like 9 years old.
Nice.
And I have not gotten any better since
Really?
then. Yeah, I'm terrible. I play 4 or 5 times a week, and I am
Whoa.
awful. Yeah.
I think maybe the last time I saw you was ran into you on the golf course. Andrew, I did. Remember that?
Yeah. Can we
Wait,
tell that
yeah.
story?
Yeah. What happened there?
I think that
I was
we were,
hoping we would.
you and I were going to play, and we didn't know where we were going to play yet. And I was like, oh, I'll invite Carter. And so I texted you, and you were like, I wish I could. And then Aaron and I are out there, and we went to Heritage, where we've shot a lot of. Were we Heritage?
No.
Or Chastain?
No, we were at
Chastain.
yeah, y'all were at Chastain. Yeah.
And then like I'm walking to go find my ball in the woods like it usually is, and all of a sudden I hear somebody like rustling on the other side of the tree, and he like walks around, and it's Carter.
Yeah.
Playing alone.
What the hell was that about?
Playing
You know
by
what? I'm not
himself.
gonna lie. I thought y'all invited me on this podcast to out me for that, and
Confront you. Yeah.
I was just like, dude,
What's your,
you're-
so yeah, quick question. What's your problem?
yeah.
Why do you hate us?
yeah.
What was that about?
What
the
is it
hell were
about
you
us
doing?
that you didn't want to be around?
Okay. So yeah, from my side of the
Yeah,
story.
please.
Okay.
We know ours, and it hurt. I think I suppressed that memory as a trauma situation.
So Andrew asked me to play, and then he said you were coming. No, I'm just kidding.
Cool.
No, I really wanted to play with you guys, and I was like, I was gonna do it, and then I had to work, and I ended up getting off work early, and that y'all had said you were going it's like a course that was like maybe an hour from where I lived.
Oh.
And Chastain was closer to where I live, so I just went over there. I was like, I'll play quick 9 or whatever, and then y'all, I guess you said that the course y'all were going to was full. I think it was like Browns Mill, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, another course. Heritage. I can't remember. And you said that course was full, so y'all went to Chastain like last minute. And but what from my perspective, I hit a drive on like the whole parallel to what y'all were on, and I remember almost hitting you in the head, and like you don't even know it, but I yanked one, and it was really close to you.
I didn't even see that.
I was walking around the bushes, and I'm like, oh no, that's Andrew, but it was too late to dive into the bush.
Dude, if you had hit me after all that, that would have been.
Yeah. And if you had hid and we found you hiding in a bush.
Is that the guy we invited?
I felt terrible, and I thought y'all hated me because I couldn't explain that on the golf course to you.
Yeah, it's
how
just
it
like a
happened.
complicated. Like, well, I wanted to, but
It was but what I'm saying is I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And also, will y'all invite me to play golf again?
Maybe. I mean, we'll see you out there. We'll invite you. You're going to say no, but we'll see you out there.
sure we'll run into you.
That was a convoluted story that I couldn't. I honestly can consider calling both of y'all that night and trying to explain it. I'm not even joking. And then I asked a friend. I was like, "Should I?" Actually, no. It was the person. I think it was. I asked a friend. I was like, "Hey, should I?" I feel really bad. I told them the situation. I was like, "Do you think they hate me?" And they're like, "Yeah, definitely." And I was like, "What should I call them?"
Nah, you should have called, but it's fine.
It feels like a story somebody would call into like a local radio station to be like, I need advice about something. And then they would follow up a week later to be like, did you call them? And you're just like, I did call them,
Yeah.
and they do.
I did post it in the Reddit advice sub.
So 2 of my boys invited me to play golf, and
That
I
is,
skirted them.
I'm curious if people will do this. If you have golf drama,
Yeah.
DM us.
We'll mediate.
Let us know. We'll help you figure it out.
Well, I was also going to ask if we could turn that situation into a sketch, do a dramatization.
Yeah.
The guy you invited.
said he can.
Turned up.
That's a very convoluted one. I don't know if a
There's
lot of
something
people
there.
relate to it.
Hey, we're running out of regular ideas, so we got to start doing some like weirder ideas.
Gotta go weird.
So,
Yeah. That's when people throw out a sketch idea. I feel bad because I think I always say there's something there.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
something there.
Got to sit with it and figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Did you play at XL Christian Academy?
I did. Yeah.
Were you good,
I
or
did.
were you shooting those days?
Well, so there were 28 people in my high school. So I was the golf team. So I would go play. I really was. I would go play by myself or represent Excel Christian at like these tournaments. Again, we were single A, and we were playing against like 4A, 5A schools.
Whoa.
Like, because in golf in Georgia anyway, it was just kind of like a
Free-for-all?
hodgepodge.
Yeah.
And the local tournaments. I was shooting I A lot. Yeah.
They get that
yeah.
9-hole
I was
matches.
like, yeah. I think a lot of times there's just 9 holes because you're playing after school. But I was registering a lot of 54s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, best one on the team.
A lot of
Varsity.
Yeah. That's the thing. So they would have, because I was the only person on the team, they would always have to put it on the board because I was representing Excel. Yeah. So it would be,
Yeah, usually you take the best scores in those.
it'd be the
counts,
best scores, but I was the
you.
best score. Yeah. And
It's
so it'd
tough
be
that
like
your school's
38,
name
38, and then like a 57.
You know something terrible I did on the golf team that really just sank
You were
our
on the golf
chances?
team?
I was 1 year at Shiloh, east of Atlanta, and then
At least
2 years at Providence Christian.
At least your school name wasn't Excel, and then you just couldn't.
Yeah.
do
Yeah, I went to
couldn't do the thing
PowerPoint High
when-
School. We hated them.
Yeah, for PowerPoint.
Word. I couldn't. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that one. Can we edit that out? Yeah.
Just keep asking. Yeah, I was playing. We were practicing with. I was think the number 3 or something, and I was playing with the number 1. My friend Andrew. We're carrying our bags. He has the double strap bag, so it's on his back. We're walking down the fairway. This is practice, but we have a big tournament the next day or the next week or something. And in my head, I was like, this would be funny. Let's just trip him. There's a funny gag that I've been doing since I was a kid. I put a club. Okay, so he's carrying the bag. It's on his back. He has his arms around.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like arm locked himself. I put a club
can't catch
between his
himself.
legs,
Oh my gosh.
which you can't step around it.
No,
it's not
that's
like tripping on a curb.
automatic, yeah.
And he fell shoulder first into the ground, and he was hurt for like 3 months. And I think I cried.
that was during a tournament?
It was the
practice
before the big
round?
tournament,
That
and he
is
couldn't
crazy.
play golf for months.
Yeah, dude. How was y'all's relationship after that?
I haven't thought about the story in a long time, and I haven't talked to him.
Have y'all
in-
spoken?
Nope.
You didn't even call him. I mean, Carter almost called us for just like a miscommunication, and you didn't even.
No, we talked then. It became okay after a while.
Yeah,
But that's one of the worst things I've ever done, I think.
you took him to all his physical therapy appointments.
I didn't
Just
do
like,
that.
So sorry.
No,
I
I,
like
think it's before I
those.
could drive, honestly.
It's before you could drive.
It's really
I
bad.
feel like we're revealing a lot.
We are.
And this was before you even had like a cell phone you could film stuff like that with. You were just doing it for your own enjoyment.
Yeah,
It wasn't-
just to cause havoc and pain.
yeah.
Not even for the clicks.
It was just fun at that age to just like hurt your friends.
Yeah.
Like tabletopping. Did you guys?
Did some tabletops.
I
got
never did a
tabletops.
tabletop.
We
Yeah.
had
You know that is,
tabletop
right?
culture.
We didn't have that at Excel.
Okay. Do you know about it?
No.
Someone did it to me at a soccer game in front of everybody, and I was really embarrassed.
It's so embarrassing when it
Can you
happens.
explain
to
it?
Yeah, it's really complicated. So you need 3 participants, 2 of them willing, 1 unknowing.
One victim.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so your friend is standing there, hopefully talking to a group of girls, and then one person will sneak up behind them and bend down on all fours right behind them like a little bench. Or a table.
that, yeah. We used
and then
to just call
somebody
that an
comes
assault.
up and just
Yeah.
pushes them.
An assault.
We used to just call that
We
attempted.
just call that a felony. Yeah.
That's a backbreaker. I don't know.
Yeah,
battery.
and then there's no. You could be on concrete, you could be on
Yeah.
grass, you could be on any surface. You just don't really consider those
That's
things.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least it's when, I think after you're 25, hopefully no one ever does it because you will break.
Yeah.
Like it will break a person. But
Oh,
when
I'm
you're-
pressing charges if
for
somebody does that to
sure.
me. Yeah.
But when you're all, gummy and a kid, it just, I like fell on my shoulder and I was fine. But
and it's so disorienting because you're standing there and somebody pushes you and you think, cool, I'll just move my leg back and catch myself.
Yeah.
And then so your reaction isn't even to catch yourself with your hands. You're just trying to step back and you just
then you're concussed.
plummet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lose brain cells that never come back.
No. Yeah.
And then you have to be a comedian / podcast host instead of whatever
Yeah.
you would have been.
Another thing is, I mean, the time of Jackass, like it was a fun and dangerous time to grow up.
Yeah.
I don't know how our testicles survived.
Yeah,
I
I,
know.
made a homemade Jackass video. With
Did
my
you? I did
friends.
too. Yeah. What'd you do? What were your stunts?
We called it Night of Terror, and
The Purge.
we did one that really
Yeah,
may
we would
have,
rob people's homes.
We did one that probably did affect my long-term health. Is we took fluorescent light bulbs, like baseball bats, and hit them over each other's back, and that like dust was like
Oh yeah.
we were like breathing in the cancer dust and
Wait,
stuff.
describe it again to me.
So we get like the fluorescent light bulbs, like the long light bulbs.
I
and
see.
Use them like baseball bats and
Whack
hit each
'em.
other over the back and like the head and stuff.
And would the person be like, "All right, hit me," or would would it be a surprise?
No, we were into it together.
Yeah, because it was for a project.
Yeah. This was
Night of Terror.
We were like, we'll send this in to MTV, and even though it always said like, don't send us your videos.
Right. It started with
Stop
that.
sending us these videos.
Yeah, I was like, nah, they don't.
Yeah, no. And now the last couple movies, they have a couple guys that just started making those videos.
They just started
and
doing
they saw
it,
them. And,
Well, that's what I always
amazing.
thought it was like. Well, then how do they find these people if
Yeah.
you can't do it? You
no
know?
way you just have a group of friends and there's 10 of them and everyone's like, yeah, I'll roll across mousetraps for fun.
Yeah.
They have to cast
Yeah.
them somehow.
Yeah. So I think everybody maybe like around our age went through that era.
I think so.
probably.
Did y'all do anything?
We would build ramps and ride whatever we could find off of them.
Okay.
Into down a hill and then roll.
I get that.
Like stuff like that.
The big one we
At
did.
M80s would blow stuff up.
Okay. Animals?
No,
Okay, good. One
definitely not.
definitely not.
Definitely.
One of the big ones we did, we put my friend Dirk in a dog cage, a medium size, maybe like pit bull size. So we had to
Yeah.
get small.
Snug.
We put comforters in there so he's safe, of course.
Yeah.
And we pushed it down this outdoor staircase of maybe 80 stairs. And that dog cage exploded in the first
my
10
gosh.
stairs. And then he just bare boned rolled down there. His knees and ankles
You were hurting
messed up.
so many people.
Yeah.
The comforter was still at the top of the stairs.
Oh, it all was up, and none of it made it past the 15th stair.
Dude, I love the middle school mentality of like, all right, well, guys, let's make it safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
comforter,
Like,
you're good.
Hey, we're not without reason. We put a comforter in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
so
the
good.
other one was just if we were just sitting around, and a movie would end, and then we'd all just sit there, spread legs, and throw a tennis ball at our scrotums, just
Yeah,
over and over.
That's a classic. Yeah.
Hours.
Yeah. That's
The
good.
nut game. What's it called? We need Hannah back. Really
Yeah,
bad.
Hannah would know what it's called.
Yeah. And later we tried to make one too. It was like a parody of Jackass where it was like family friendly. We called it Jack Butt.
Nice.
And like we would do.
That sounds worse.
Yeah, that sounds really gross actually. Oh, think about it. But we would do like pranks that weren't that bad, like cut yourself with like a plastic knife or something, something that,
Sounds way worse than cutting yourself with a regular
It
knife.
actually hurts. Now that I think
Takes
about
way
it,
longer.
that wasn't a good idea either. None of these were good.
No.
Tell
It's
me
very, very dumb.
the jackbutt ideas weren't all great.
Good. No.
Jackbutt sounds like something you would eat at like one of those really gamey restaurants.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, yeah, our specialty
A lot of
today is
veal
fried
and venison.
jackbutt.
Yeah.
We can sear it if you want, but I wouldn't.
That does sound not good. I heard someone on a golf course when I was like 14 as well.
What'd you do?
I was taking golf lessons. It was like a camp, and so there were like 50 12-year-old 13-year-old kids, and they were like, we were hitting it, and they were like, all right, done hitting, don't swing anymore, we're gonna like talk, so no one take any more swings. And I was like, I gotta take one more swing. It was already teed up. I was like, oh, I gotta crush one.
I already did my swing thoughts. So
Yeah. I'm already in it. Like I was already, and so I swung, and right when I did, a kid walked right behind me, cracked his jaw, tooth came out. He started crying, blood everywhere. No. I started
Crying blood.
Yeah.
I broke down, just started crying, and but they wouldn't let me leave the camp, so we had to stay. He stayed for some reason.
And like took the rest of the lesson.
Just like the rest.
He better be on tour right now.
Yeah, his dad's like, well, is the lesson over?
Or maybe he left that day. No, he did leave that day. He came back though. That was it. He came back later in the week, and I remember swimming because after we would go swimming, and I remember him just staring me down in the swimming pool.
Hey, that's how you get people to quit bothering you while you're on the driving range.
Yeah.
People keep their distance after that.
Anyway, we should make that into a sketch. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I would love to hit kids with a club.
Yeah, why don't we have more kids getting hit with clubs in our videos?
I don't know. We're thinking about that.
It's an untapped.
We are going to do some. We have a mascot costume we've been sitting on for months called Goofball the Golf Ball.
Okay.
Where it's going to teach kids how to play the game.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea.
And of course, going to have some anger issues. Yeah. And it's going to be fun, but we haven't done that yet.
Do you have anyone that we know's kids in mind to be the kids?
A lot of kids around.
Yeah. You have a lot of friends with kids.
A lot of friends with kids. All three of my nieces are in their like drama program at school. I'm sure they'd tag in. It'd be very fun.
We're ready to
gonna
be
do it.
in the trauma program at St. Andre.
Yeah.
Are you a
nice.
goofball?
No, I think we need someone more physically insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah. Jonathan Pulowski, as we have established in this podcast, he'll kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever Aaron asks.
Well, if you want to hit anyone with a fluorescent light bulb.
That's you.
yeah,
It's all you.
You got a guy that sells them.
Yeah. I know a guy.
Takes them from your office.
Have you ever ever done any golf themed bars?
I don't think I did have some in a rap battle one time.
Okay.
I did a whole golf scheme. Yeah.
Was he like dressed like a golfer or just
No, nobody
took it where
knew
you
what I
wanted
was
to
talking
go.
about.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
like there's a lot of corporate shows at country clubs. You do that a lot.
Yeah.
There's a couple comics in Atlanta that
Yep.
set those up. Just didn't know if you had any golf bars there.
I did golf bars, but they were very like aggressive and violent. Like I forget exactly what it was. I was something like I got the Draco when I slither in. I'm not a Hufflepuff. I play golf. I don't do it the fair way. That's something rough or something like that.
All right.
I hit him with the iron. There was a lot of that. Like
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah,
my
yeah.
bag. I hit him with the iron.
Solid.
Yeah. Nothing good. And everybody at the battle was just like, "What?"
Yeah, what's going on? I thought you were talking about Harry Potter.
He was talking about. He went from Harry Potter to golf.
And is it a sex thing? What are we talking about?
What are we
Is
talking
it
about?
violent? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of my earlier battles.
where you were just trying to put your interests
Actually,
into
can we
it.
edit that out?
I knew we made a mistake after we did our Halloween golf costume ideas
I
episode,
know.
and then we started being like, everybody send in your funny ideas, and then Carter's comments were all just like so much better than any of the ones we had done.
Yeah. And they were like run on. It was like
Yeah.
8 in a row combined.
Yeah, they all latched on to the previous one.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Do you remember those off
so
the dome?
sorry for not inviting you to be a part of that episode, because that would have been your exact skill set.
I know.
I don't know. That's what I did at work all day was just thinking of writing them.
I'm
in
going
the
to see if I can
comments.
find them because there's some.
I like to hope that our podcast is really lowering the productivity at work of all the listeners.
And I thought of
Yeah.
some more after actually driving on the way here. I was like, I didn't think of Mark Weir, Al Yankovic.
real good.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good, right?
Yep.
All right, we got Jack Nicolas Cage. Solid.
Very visual.
Greg Norman Bates.
Yeah, because it's the Halloween theme.
Yeah.
Plus the,
It's like Greg Norman dressed as his mother. That's good. Fred Couples Therapy.
Yeah, that's better than anything we had.
It's funny. For Bridgestone 2 weeks ago, we shot sketches with Fred Couples, and then we did a therapy sketch with Jason Day. We should have done Fred Couples Therapy.
Call him up.
Idiot.
Dang. All right, next year.
Sorry. Although, you guys
Wait,
did a good one.
y'all did a shoot with Fred Couples?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Did-
I mean,
yeah.
I know y'all worked with like Tiger Woods, which is incredible.
2 weeks ago, we did, same shoot. Tiger, Jason Day, Fred Couples. Yeah.
It
What
was
is that
a
even?
blast. It
Yeah.
was so fun. We had the best time.
Does it get to the so y'all done stuff with Tiger? Is it okay to talk about that?
Of course,
some?
yeah, we talked about it.
All
2 weeks
right,
ago.
cool.
Aaron will not stop talking about it.
Yeah.
For being honest.
Wait, you want to see something really funny and embarrassing? I'm
Yeah.
about to pull out a
It's
credit
in your
card.
wallet?
Seth, we got to blur it.
What is going on?
look at my business card.
That is amazing.
It's a new Wells Fargo card, but it's just me and Tiger hanging
That
out.
is-
Is there a picture of you and Tiger on there?
also, actually, can I just take a picture
No,
of this
no.
real quick?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Get the back, too.
Also, what's your address?
I almost showed that to Tiger while we were shooting. With
That
him.
is amazing.
You almost
that-
did.
that's-
What
that
do you
is so
think he
cool.
would have? What do you, based on your time with him and how he reacted to other things? What do you think his reaction would be to
It
seeing
would have
this?
been interesting.
Yeah, like if y'all were just hanging, like after a shoot, and you're like, let me buy you a drink, and you just pulled that out, and he saw that, like that would.
That's a red
you know,
flag.
I mean,
It's a red flag
Yeah.
as a human for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was getting a St. Andre business card, and I was like, "This is a fun.
Yeah.
This feels like a
That's
It's
benefit."
golf.
cool.
It has to do with the business.
Yeah.
Can you say the premise of the Fred Couples video, or is that a
Yeah,
surprise
yeah.
for when it comes out?
For sure.
Because it is really funny.
I don't think anyone's gonna just do it in the next few weeks.
I think Fred would be like, "You want me to do this video again?"
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm taking notes.
What is Fred Couples known for?
This is a hard question.
Not a trick question.
He's a golfer.
He's a golfer.
Yeah.
Just smooth tempo, smooth
Yeah, yeah,
swing. You know. So, have you seen the movie Whiplash?
Yes. Yeah.
We redid the "Not Quite My Tempo"
Not Quite My
scene.
Tempo,
So
yeah,
he's
yeah.
giving me a swing lesson, and he just starts to lose it, and I'm doing it kind of the same way, and he's like, "That's you're
not
you're
my
rushing."
tempo.
Yeah.
And he got into it and cussed a lot, and it was very fun.
You think it was like kind of he had a lot of stuff to get out, and he just got
He
it out of the
did,
sketch.
yeah. It took him a while because he didn't at first. He was like, "I don't know the movie," and then I kept explaining it, and he's like, "I got it." And so then he said, "How mean can I be?" I'm like, go off, Fred, and he did. He went off a lot.
I love that. I'm excited for
Even
that
after
one.
they stopped
Yeah,
shooting
all right,
and
cut,
stopped
cut,
filming.
Yeah, he couldn't really ever come out of that character. Sorry to his family. He's stuck as J.K. Simmons.
No, that's an amazing sketch idea. Like when you're working with Fred Couples, Tiger
Mm-hmm.
Woods, you get to a point where it's like, because I would be so weird. I'd be so awkward around these guys that I grew up watching play golf? Do you get like a comfortable?
A little bit. There's still. I feel like I've done some fun stuff. With
You've been around famous
celebrities and
people.
decent
more
amount,
than
and like
most.
in a director role. So
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. But I mean, seeing Tiger walk up is still just like a little. Your stomach's like, this is crazy. It's one of the. We're thinking about it. Is Tiger Woods a top 10 famous person in the world? Maybe. I think.
I would say yeah. He's one of the
Like,
most
just worldwide.
recognized.
He could be,
Yeah.
especially if you look at like longevity
Yeah.
and not just maybe like today,
For sure.
but like
Yeah.
yeah.
Then
I mean,
there's
I would
also.
say more so than not. Also, I mean, there are people that have never watched golf before that would know who Tiger
Yeah.
Woods.
for
He's
sure
a cultural
from all
name.
the Gillette commercials.
All the Gillette
Gillette,
commercials.
yeah,
yeah.
Gillette's worldwide, baby.
Yeah. We don't have,
Today's
a
episode
razor
is brought
sponsor.
to you
Is this a Gillette ad?
It should be. I want to finish these real quick because there's some bangers.
Oh yeah,
Rory McIlroy from The Office.
that's such a good one.
Yeah, and that's just him in the warehouse.
Just can't commit.
Yeah. That's him attacking Jim and then getting sprayed in the face by Dwight. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's Ernie Els. That's L''S. Parentheses, just dress up as Ernie Els, but with a list of all the tournaments that he came in second place in.
Sorry.
Ernie Els. Then a couple more. I'm not stopping. These are so good. Andrew, you commented and you're like, we should have had you on this episode.
Yeah.
And Carter said, this is my special tea. I'm in my bag right now.
yeah.
A perfect
Which was
bar.
recycled from a rap battle.
Carter's brain is broken in the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel
It
about
is
it.
like living in a prison, living life behind bars.
Got him.
Got him.
Nick Price is right. Nick Price was going to be there. We're going to shoot with him, so that would have been perfect. Nick Price is right. Mean Gene Sarazen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Walter Haagen-Dazs. Solid. Matt Kuchar.
Charizard.
Charizard.
That's a
reach, right?
That's a reach.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
I thought that's great.
I feel like you went away for an hour and then dropped the final one.
No, so I was just sitting at my
Meditated.
desk like this for like an hour,
Staring at a sheet of paper.
Staring. Like this is bringing up just me. It's the saddest
For sure.
sight.
If
yeah.
you're just
Hey
listening
Carter,
to
is
this.
that report finished? In a minute.
Yeah, Carter's in like squatty potty position on the end of
I
his chair.
honestly, can I give you? I honestly Googled golfer names, and
Of
then
course.
I Googled,
course.
yeah, all the golfer names, and I was just going down the list, and I wrote a bunch of them. I was like, no, that's too obscure. I was just trying to impress you guys. Yeah,
So if you guys ever want to be a guest on the podcast, just have the best comments on our videos.
yeah.
That's where we
And
pull
this
from.
is the grand finale. Happy Gilmore Girls Gone Wild, Bill Murray.
And I thought so hard of something
How
for
you could
Murray.
dress up.
Yeah, like a new, yeah. That would be the finale. I feel like
Yeah.
that costume.
Happy Gilmore Girls Gone Wild, Bill Murray.
It's like the fireworks where they shoot the most all at once at the end.
They did. Yes.
It's just like that.
Big time.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I spent that day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for contributing.
You added a lot to that day and that post.
Yeah. I've really enjoyed the videos that have come out this week. I know this episode will come out late, but I'm thrilled that Megabed is finally a part of the St. Andre world.
Yeah. The not MC SACU.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we're in it now.
Do you know about Megabed?
I'm not familiar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys are so weird.
I was going. Has the sketch?
Sketch came out. It was
Yeah.
just a final joke.
Oh,
It's
haven't seen it.
it's the part one. Spoiler alert: there's going to be a part two
Whoa.
of worst people to have on your golf trip.
I saw. Okay, I saw that one.
And so it
Yeah.
starts normal.
Oh, you didn't get to the end. What a roast.
That's fine.
Wait,
You're
which-
like, I saw that one, but you didn't see the final
Wait,
joke.
what?
So it starts out normally, and it's like the guy that cheats, the guy
Oh,
that's
yeah,
always
yeah,
looking
yeah,
for his ball.
yeah.
And then at the end, it's
okay.
like Aaron's like the guy that just looks for an excuse to do the Heimlich on someone. And then the last one is Megabed enthusiast, and it's me carrying my mattress into the living room.
Okay, I saw that. Yeah, y'all are like in
Yeah.
the beach house or wherever you were at. I was wondering why.
Yeah. Well, in my defense, I'm feeling ganged up on now for being a Megabed weirdo.
Explain
but-
why this is a good joke, because I think everyone else here
I'm
hates it.
joking.
So,
I thought it was funny.
if you
I just
look
don't
at
know
the
why.
comments-
I thought it was just like a random like this is
Well, I
random.
didn't know that it was such an unfamiliar thing because we were at the beach house. I think I was like pooping in the bathroom or something, just thinking about sketch ideas, and we were about to shoot that one. And I do all my best thinking when I'm pooping in the bathroom.
Right.
And
Why do you keep saying the bathroom like it's rare that you poop in the
yeah, I
bathroom?
just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. That's
For
what it
those
was.
rare occasions.
Right.
the bathroom that Hannah and I were sharing for some reason on that trip. And I just popped into my head. I was like, I wish we could do a mega bed tonight. Oh, that'd be perfect for the sketch guy that always trying to convince everybody to do a mega bed.
And I had never heard of mega bed, so I think I cry laughed when you
I came out of the bathroom. I said, Aaron, the guy that always wants everybody to do mega bed, and you just started dying laughing and going, what is that? And I was like, you don't know mega bed?
Yeah, I feel like it's such a youth group thing.
All the comments on the video are all like, finally mega bed getting some publicity.
Right.
One guy said, one day you disassemble the mega bed with your friends and you never assemble it again. And I cried.
You just never know.
Because it's true. It's a symbol of youth.
Yeah.
So it's just like where you put your beds together?
Well, you take, there's hopefully like a basement. It's like a basement sleepover situation, and you pull all like the air mattresses and the couch cushions and the mattresses, and you just make like a big pallet on the floor, and you all just like have slumber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
You
fun.
guys want to do that?
Oh, yeah, what are you doing tonight?
Yeah. What are you guys doing later? What are y'all up to tonight?
Yep.
One question, we don't want to obviously burn sketch ideas here, but obviously there's some that I don't think people will do. I know you have a bunch of ideas. Are there a couple that have always been in your head that you want to? You have such a unique brain, and I know this might not be the place to like throw them out.
Hey, if we make one, we'll give you a shirt, dude.
What about the golfer that always battle raps?
Relatable.
Who can we get for that?
I don't know where that
could we get for that?
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have anybody in mind for that one. I mean,
Yeah, we actually shot it. It's in the can. But
Yeah, we got
you got thesaurus.
that's a fun.
What's the guy that cheated on his wife?
Yeah.
We got that guy. He's available.
Oh man. Yeah, I was trying to. I had some. And I can't remember. Any
I know
of
I
them
can't
right now. Yeah.
So I know. Yeah, we talked about a few, and there's some just outrageous, very fun ideas.
Yeah. Usually I text him to Aaron and he just goes, there's something there.
Yeah.
It's the classic. All right, dude.
I just throw everything over
Thanks.
to the note, and then when it's time to write, just open the note, and
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
the one that it's just like a situation that I'm always in. I couldn't think of how to make it funny, but like I
You
never
never tell
had-
your friends you can't golf, and then
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
go anyway. Is that okay?
Yeah, so it's like like a guy asked me to go golfing, and I'm like, I don't want to go with those guys, and then I like go to a course that I didn't know they were going to go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
happens
good.
all the time.
No, I'm just kidding. That I was telling the truth earlier when I still feel terrible about that.
Yeah. Can we cut this?
Yeah.
Can we cut this?
Are we moving on? I'm sorry.
I still don't feel like we have closure. I feel like we're going to have to golf together for it to.
I think it has to be an eye for an eye situation. We're going to turn you down every time you ask until.
I was about to ask
We
you
run
guys
into a
too if y'all would let me back into the group.
We'll think about it. We'll pray about it.
Probably not.
Probably not. Anyway, well,
Carter and I
it's
have-
been good to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
This is something I've thought about a lot. A story you told on the last podcast, and I know we probably have 5-10 minutes left. Do you know the story I'm going to ask about?
Yeah,
here?
of course.
I was telling Seth and I walked in together, and I was
best
like,
story I've ever heard.
Carter told the story, and I barely remember it, and it was one of my favorite things in the world. The Hell House.
Oh yeah.
Can we go back?
Wait, is
to the
that
Hell
from the
House?
school we're going to be performing at? Or was that your church?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, it was the church and the school were in the same building. Actually.
All right.
But,
We'll let this story be promo for our show.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
There's some OG listeners that listen to No Worries If Not, our last podcast, but mostly it's a new audience, and I don't want to rob them of the opportunity to hear the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's an all-timer.
Take it away, Carter. You set the stage.
Okay. Yeah. So this was core memory. That's a thing, right? This was not that. This was like destroy your life memory, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I was a freshman in high school, and at the church I went to, we were doing a Hell House, which I don't know if all your listeners are familiar with what a Hell House
not.
is. Okay.
I can speak for them.
All right. Andrew. Yeah. So a Hell
Yeah.
House is basically.
I was raised, my granddad and my dad are both pastors, and I still don't know what it was.
Oh, you didn't know what a Hell House
I think
was?
I'd heard of
Were
it.
you familiar?
I mean, I lived in one growing up. No. There's horror movies called Hell House LLC, so I think I kind of knew about it, but explain it, please.
Yeah, so it was basically a Christian haunted house, and usually they would take the church and turn it into a haunted house. But each room would be like a scene from a congruent story, and so like each room would be a scene, but there would be different kids, but they're playing the same role. So, you know, like the Hell House, the first scene was like we had one of the rooms that looked like a high school. It had lockers and stuff. And so groups would come in and they would watch like these mini, you know, dramatizations in each room. So we would have a youth group and they would be watching us do this story. And like in the first room, what looked like a high school, and you know, there's the quarterback and his girlfriend, and they're like, you know, making out, or well, they didn't let them make out.
Yeah.
In the story.
Hey, I want to volunteer to be the quarterback again this year.
Yeah, everybody wanted to be the quarterback.
I just feel like it's a really important part of the story, and I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
But they were like talking about, you know, oh, we're going after the big game tonight. We're going to go to a, you know, a party. We're
Going to Greg's house.
Yeah, we're going
His
to Greg's
parents are
house.
gone.
We're going to do drugs.
Nice,
you know,
dude.
and
Just
drink.
generic
Yeah,
drugs.
yeah. I'm going to have some drugs, and
I'm gonna do.
we're going to do
a drug or two.
alcohol. Yeah, and so they were like talking about it, and then like the nerd Christian or whatever comes up and is like, hey, no, you guys should come to my Bible study instead, you know. And they're like, get out of here, nerd.
Yeah. Ew.
And like one
Locker.
of the he pushes them in the locker, you know. And then the next scene they
You'll
had
never
it.
have a cool life.
Yeah. You're gonna be nothing, you know. And then like the next scene was like the football game, so they had like AstroTurf down and made it look like a football field.
A lot of money going into this.
The production value was good. It was high, yeah. I can't imagine like just an adult writing this.
For sure. And what's the conversion rate? How much do you want to invest to save one soul?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
What is a soul worth?
I'd say like $59.
Okay, that feels
far
right.
as
Yeah.
What's a ticket to like a medium band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$50. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a soul.
Yeah. So the next scene, it was like a football, you know, and they had like the AstroTurf, and the quarterback throws, you know, the winning touchdown and wins the game. Everybody celebrates. And then the next scene is like the house party. Well, yeah.
So there's a room to they move to the next room, and
You
there's
move the next
party.
room and next room. Yeah. Each room is like that scene, right?
So the actors, they have to do a costume change and sprint over there real quick.
No, so they had like different kids play the same role. So
got
they would
it.
try to find people that
That
look
really
the
pulled
same.
me out of it, I think.
But really, none of us, we didn't have a huge youth group. So it'd be like, you know, one guy's like 5'9", you know. And
Here, that's the same kid.
And also like, hey, everybody's in this. Who is this for?
yeah, so
Yeah,
they just had to
We're
keep
all acting
repeating
it.
their names.
Yeah, he
over
went
and
through
over.
reverse puberty and went to the house party.
Yeah, at some point, just an adult.
Hey, it's me, Jared, the quarterback again, from the last scene.
Yeah, that was pretty much what it was. And so the next scene is like the party, and you know they're like drinking and doing drugs and stuff.
Nice.
And then the next scene is you go out in the parking lot, and they had a car flipped over, and the guy had a drunk driving accident, him and his girlfriend, and they had an actual ambulance that they rented. And every time, I guess they timed it out, but every time the group would get out there, an ambulance would pull up, and they would drag a bloody body out of the car of the quarterback, you know, and his girlfriend. They like put him on the stretcher, put a white sheet over him, and they put it in an ambulance, and the ambulance drives away. And so like you're watching this, and then the next scene you go into the church sanctuary, and there's like a casket, and like mom, everybody's in black, you know, and the mom's crying over the casket. And then the next scene is hell, and they have the guy chained up.
He's chained up.
The kid.
Chained up. And it's just like smoke, like a fog machine.
Wait, like starfish, like every limb
Strobe
extended.
lights. There's like strobe lights, there's smoke, and then there's Satan in there.
Isn't
and
the
like
heat on? Isn't it like 90
yeah, the
degrees?
heat on, the heat- it was in the basement of the church for real. So you're literally going
down the stairs.
And they had strobe lights, which I have epilepsy, so that really was terrible. So I couldn't be in that scene medically, but like by prescription, I couldn't be in that scene.
You had a doctor's
I was
note.
about to say, I had to bring a letter.
Yeah.
But they would have, you know, like demons, you know, like would come up and touch you, and like
that's
they
how
would
they
try to
move?
pull
Like
the
that?
kids. Yeah, like
All right,
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Demons don't have bones.
Well,
Classically.
we had
Yeah.
a lot of plays in church. We had another one called Heaven's Gates, Hell's Flames, which was for
Seth
the.
knows that one?
You know,
You've seen it?
Seen it.
Oh,
I love it.
Seth wrote it.
we've been through it together. Dang, a lot of trauma coming out.
Yeah, that was
But
great.
not this part. This was so. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about something. Yeah, we had Heaven's Gates, Hell's Flames, which was really dark.
Sounds like an amazing band.
yeah.
I mean, Heaven's Gate is a cult.
That's right.
Famous cult.
Yeah.
Major Applewhite,
And
R.I.P.
then
Yeah.
we had one too where it was like, who was the prophet Elijah? Is that where like he prayed around the prophets of Baal had like they tried to light up the wood pyre.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I know what you're talking. Yes,
There's
I
like
know
wood,
yes.
and he was like God. He was like whoever's God lights this on fire is
Yeah.
the real God.
Oh, right.
It's a test.
God test.
And like the prophets
Classic.
of Baal, they couldn't get it to light up. Like they were there for whatever.
Yeah.
And then Elijah's just like, is it Elijah?
Yeah, and then he's
Going?
like, not only here, dump water on mine.
Yeah.
He,
He's like,
makes
put
it-
water
he's like-
on it.
Yeah.
And then God like lights it on fire. Well, our church did a reenactment of that, but they had a wire that went from the roof. It was outside in the parking lot. And they had a wire ran from the roof down to like a pile of wood. And when Elijah prayed, they let go like a little fireball that rode down the wire. Pretty
sick.
hit the wood.
Dude, I mean, I would
Like a
pay.
wick?
I would
Like a-
pay to go to this.
Yeah, I know.
But the prophets of Baal were terrifying, and they would be out in the crowd doing that. So anyway, that was a deviation. But yeah, so back to the Hell House. So that was what Hell House was. And then after they're like torturing this guy, and like he's just screaming out in pain, the quarterback. Then they take the
I
people that
shouldn't
are
have done
watching it.
drugs.
Yeah, that was basically. He's like, sex wasn't worth it or whatever, and then and then they take everybody back, all the kids back in, into another room. They're like, all right, who wants to give their life to Jesus? And everybody,
Like, yeah.
please. So anyway, so I was like one of the football players. I wasn't the quarterback. I was just like one of the extras,
Oh, the henchman.
one of the henchmen.
Henchman lineman.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we had on the football uniforms that they borrowed from the high school, which I didn't. My high school didn't have a football team, so I was like, it felt pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were just a bad golfer.
Yeah,
on the
I
golf
was just a
team.
terrible golfer. Still had a bowl. I still have a bowl cut. I was about to say I had a bowl cut.
Yeah, that'd be so embarrassing.
Had the same haircut. And so I had not been feeling I had not been feeling well the day of the first night of the play, and I
head or
something
tummy?
weird. My tummy, yeah, I eaten something weird, and so we would have like 10 or 15 groups come through every night, and about the third group, my stomach just bubbled up, and I just I pooped my football pants, and
Someone else's football pants.
somebody else's football pants, just straight up diarrhea, and that, like it didn't hold off. I mean, it was like it was my own Hell House as well.
I get it.
Yeah.
It just added to the hell for the experience of the people there. Like, wow, they added smell this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just his hellhole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually changed the name to Smell House. That was good, right?
Solid. All right.
Sorry.
It is weird we hadn't clapped in so long.
I know.
And so part of the scene was like the quarterback calls a huddle. And so he called a huddle. And when we were like on the huddle, the guy next to me was like, what is that smell? And
He
I was
broke
like,
character.
Yeah, he broke character. Well, like the people couldn't hear what we were talking about. It was like we were in the huddle, and then at that point, like a coach, like there's another part of the scene or whatever, and like somebody was like, well, what is that smell? I was like, I have no idea. It was another like hour and a half of groups that came through, so I didn't ask to leave. I just did it with just football pants full of excrement and afterwards I was so like everybody got changed in the bathrooms. I didn't want to take off these pants, and everybody know that it was me. So I just wore them home. But my friend Will McMullen, his mom drove us in her Crown Vic, and I got in the back seat. And I didn't want it. It came through. Is this too much for the
That's
podcast?
great. Keep going.
So I didn't want to get it on her seats, and so the whole ride home I rode like this. Just like hovering
Yeah.
over.
His thighs are burning.
Yeah, I was like had my hand like pushed up. I rolled the window down. They had to have known. They didn't say anything, but they had to have known. And then I got home, and my mom was there, and I was like, "Mom, I need to tell you something."
I stole football pants.
And I broke down crying.
She was like, I love that you came home from the Hell House and you were like, Mom, I need to tell you something. She was like, oh, Carter's rededicating his life. He was so affected. He was like, no, I pooped in my pants.
Anyway, that's how much I cared about winning souls to Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that story worth it?
I enjoyed it so much.
Okay.
I really did.
I mean, I would like to see a
The
televised version.
Oh.
Well, that'd be good.
That
too.
was the other thing is I can't remember what happened because they returned the uniforms to the high school.
Yeah. That was the last year they let those out.
So I can't remember if my mom surely had to have thrown them away.
I bet.
Yeah.
I think you just
Yeah.
throw them away. So
Were they white pants?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
can we do that in a sketch? A guy that pooped his pants and won't admit it?
Yeah.
that rides in the golf cart just hovering.
Yeah, we just run out of relatable ideas and we just frame these as relatable. Like, everyone does this.
Yeah.
I've never pooped my pants on the course, but I definitely had to be like, I'll be back and drive.
Yeah.
But when it would always happen when I'm like on hole number, 7, like the furthest away.
Yeah. The clubhouse is a war zone. Yeah.
Do you think that people poop in the woods at golf courses very often?
All the time.
You think all the time?
Yeah. Multiple a day.
On each course?
On each course.
People poop in the woods? Have you done that?
Have you done it?
I honestly never done it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think most people are doing that.
I think once a day on every course.
It's the kind of stuff
I don't know if you're still listening to this for some reason and work at a golf course. I don't know how you'd know that. Actually,
or if no, don't have
Yeah,
reports.
okay.
Yeah. Hey, they had to put a sign up. It's like, y'all quit pooping.
yeah.
Or at least go deeper
We're
into
not
the
mad.
woods.
We just want to know for
Can we do a poll? Can
We
we do
know
a
this
poll
is human.
under this?
Yeah, we should do a poll.
Stop saying it's deer poop. Deer don't eat corn. They do eat corn.
I feel like they
That
do eat
doesn't really
corn.
work. It's like the main
Kind
thing.
of exclusively.
It's like the main thing that they eat, actually.
All right.
They don't eat corn on the cob.
I think this is a great time to stop.
Yeah.
Sorry, I feel like I took this podcast.
No, it's great.
To a
We
direction.
teach you up.
We didn't really.
I knew you pooped in that hell house, and I asked you to talk about it.
We didn't really talk about golf that much. I'm kind of.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
No.
We'll have to have you back.
Come see me and Carter. What's the date?
December 19th.
December 19th. And then
Yeah.
I have a show the next night at Mad Life in Woodstock.
These are both
Andrew
Atlanta
Stanley
area
and
shows.
friends. Yeah, that'll be a great one. First one's already almost sold out. We might be adding a second one.
Whoa,
Yeah, it's nuts.
really good.
You want to do stand up on it?
Maybe.
Really?
All right, Carter. Thanks for hanging
Also,
out.
you didn't ask me.
Aaron's gonna be doing stand up.
Yeah,
Carter's. I don't
You
know.
didn't ask me. I was just waiting. I was like, yeah.
the
Yeah,
heck?
we'll see if Aaron does it. I mean, it's kind of there's only one spot, so it's like,
Oh, okay.
We'll figure it out. Carter, where can people follow along and maybe even hear some raps?
Yeah, you can follow me at Instagram at really Carter Deems, and Facebook. I'm on there.
Nice.
Follow me on, friend me on Facebook.
Friend me on Facebook. I live at 1271. No, I'm just kidding. 678 43. I should have came up with different numbers because those are both
Yeah, they're real. Yeah, you got
numbers.
Yeah, did the real one by accident. It's fine.
I'm mostly on Instagram. Yeah,
Cool.
So
There's some really
And you're
good
touring
old.
all over the country doing stand up.
Yeah.
Clubs.
yeah. I'm pretty much here in the Atlanta area for the time being, just kind of doing shows all over. But
Yeah.
hopefully at Mad Life Studio. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
I will
see. We'll see what some other people say, and then Carter might be.
Seth, do you want to do?
We'll see how. Yeah, Seth, you want to try stand up for the first time on my show? We'll see how the 19th goes, and then we'll talk about the 20th.
yeah.
Carter's extremely funny.
Yeah. Go see him live. Go check out his socials. See some Wild 'N Out clips. There's some
Yeah.
good ones on there if you want
Yeah.
to see him do his thing. And Carter, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on the golf course on accident soon.
Yeah, we'll run into you.
Can we really play together at some point?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
We're going to do
cool. All right. Thank you.